I'm Harold. I'm Mrs. Gillette's inner animal. I am half porcupine, half wolf. The rest, Miss Gillette. Today we are going to learn about something that combines three different things, just like this beautiful combination you see here today. We're going to take fractions and decimals and money and show how they're all the same thing. It's incredible, I know. So today's lesson we are doing 9.4. We are going to relate fractions, decimals, and money. Oh, let me turn you up a little bit so you can see what I'm saying up here. Oh, that's a little low. That's okay. So our I can today is I can translate between decimals, fractions, and money. Can we do it? Can we combine all things? Of course we can. So see if you can help me with my unlock the problem. So Miss G wants to share her dollar, $1, in quarters. The dollar is broken into quarters. Equally to her porcupine half and her wolf half. Oh! How many quarters do they each get? And then they want us to fill in this chart. So you might be thinking, oh, Miss Gillette, this is easy. All we're going to do is split up these quarters and then it's going to work. But let's look at that. So we are going to split our dollar in quarters. So first off, we got to think. We have $1. How many quarters are in a dollar? Well, hopefully you remember that there are 4 quarters in a dollar. And that each quarter represents 25 cents. Okay? So let's answer this problem nice and simply right now. If I have 4 quarters, Miss Gillette, and I want to share them with my porcupine and my wolf, how much does each one get if they get it equally? Well, the porcupine would get 2. And the wolf would get 2. So let's think. If you have 2 quarters, how much money do you have? Well, 25 plus 25 is 50. So each of these guys gets 50 cents. But our goal today isn't to see how much certain money values, it's to see how money can look as a fraction and a decimal. So let's come over here. So if I have 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters, which makes up $1. So how does 1 quarter look in a fraction? So if you think of $1 is out of 100, just like decimals, just like, a lot of fractions, okay? Not all fractions, but. So 1 quarter costs 25 cents, and it's out of $1, which is 100 cents. So $1 has 100 cents in it. So 25 at 100. 2 quarters, which would be 50 cents, is also out of 100. 3 quarters, which would be 75 cents, and we know that's out of 100. And 4 quarters is $1, so that'd be 100 cents over 100, or you could just put 1 over 1, or just 1 whole, right? Any of those 3 works. Okay. As we learned the last few days, we know how to take these fractions and make them into decimals because they're all in the hundredths THS place. So how do we write 25 over 100? We write 25 hundredths. 50 over 100? 50 hundredths. 75 over 100? 75 hundredths. And then 1 whole would be just 1 whole. $1. Isn't that crazy? If you look at any dollar bill, say you have $1.60. Look at this is already a decimal. Decimals and money are the same thing. All you do is put this dollar sign. So if you get decimals, you get money. If you get money, you get decimals. All the only difference is the dollar sign. Amazing, right? Okay, let's solve some problems. Oh, let me get my eraser. All right, okay, let's solve some of these. So we want to look in terms of all cents. Like we have dimes and pennies and nickels. We don't want to just think about quarters. So let's think about other things. So if we had a dime, what would this look like as a fraction? What would look like a decimal? Well, let's think about it. A dime is 10 cents. And once again, that 10 cents is out of 100. So this is what it would look like as a fraction. And we know how to write this as a decimal. This would be 10 hundredths. Or we know that that's the same thing as this. Okay, so a dime, this is what a dime looks like as a fraction and a decimal. let's see, what about a nickel? Well, a nickel is worth 5 cents. And we know everything, a dollar is still out of 100, so it's 5 over 100. And if we change this into a decimal, we put it in the hundredths place. We add our 0. This would be it as a decimal. You guys, so you could have 5 cents, right? We know that that's what 5 cents like. You get $1.05, right? So hopefully this is all connecting. And the last one is if we had a penny. So a penny is worth 1 cent. It's once again out of 100. So if we do that as a decimal, we put the 1 in the hundredths place. This would be penny as a fraction and a decimal. So let's try some different amounts of money, okay? All right. Example number 1. Okay. If I had, I want you to write this as a decimal. So I want you to write it as a decimal. So it might ask you to write it as a fraction or a decimal or a dollar amount, okay? If I have 1 dime and 2 nickels and 1 penny, what is this going to look like as a decimal? So step 1, we need to figure out how much money we have altogether. So if you have 1 dime, that's 10 cents. You have 2 nickels, that'd be 5 plus 5 would be another 10 cents. And then a penny. So altogether, we have 21 cents. Okay? So how do we write this as a decimal? Well, we don't have any dollars. We just have 21 cents because we know 21 is out of 100. So 21 cents. This would be it as a decimal. Pretty chill, right? So step 1, you got to figure out how much money you have. And then step 2, you're either writing it as a decimal or a fraction. Remember, it's always out of 100. All right, let's do another example. This one, my inner wolf just wants to do. Wow, that's easier to see. All right, next one, okay. If we have $1, ooh, adding in dollars here. 1 quarter, 2 dimes, and 1 penny. And I want this to be written as a dollar amount, a decimal, and a fraction. We're going to do this one together, and then I'm going to give you one just like this as your problem. Let me give you a tad closer. Okay, I feel like there's glare, but I don't know how to get rid of it. So, okay, let's start. So we have $1, and we have a quarter. So we know a quarter is 25 cents. And then we have 2 dimes, so 10 plus 10 is 20. And then we have 1 penny, which is 1 cent. So let's add our coins first. We have 46 cents. And then we add our dollar on, so we have $1.46, okay? So, we know we have $1, and then together, this is 46 cents. So let's write it as an amount first. So I kind of already did that. So we draw our dollar sign. We have our 1 whole dollar and 46, sorry. 46 cents, okay? And then as a decimal, it's the same thing. We just take off the dollar sign. Amazing. And then how do we write this as a fraction? Well, let's remember we have our one whole dollar, and then there's 46 cents out of 100 cents. So here it is in 3 ways, as a dollar, a decimal, and a fraction. All right, here is your first pod problem. Give this one a try. All right, if you have 1 quarter, 3 dimes, and 1 nickel. I want you to pause and solve this as a fraction, a decimal, and a money amount, okay? So start with how much you have. All right, I'm going to get started. So 1 quarter is 25 cents. 3 dimes, so that's 10, 20, 30 cents. And then 1 nickel is worth 5 cents. So if we add those up, we have 60 cents, okay? So let's write it as a money amount. So dollar sign, no dollars, but 60 cents. As a decimal, we just take off the dollar sign. And then as a fraction, it's 60 cents out of 100. I hope you got it. I hope you got your first pause problem. All right. This last one, the wolf is being unleashed in Miss Gillette. It's back. You can see her sweaty face from the mask underneath. Okay, what if I just asked you how much is this worth in dollars or in money? How much is this worth in money? Okay. Oh, sorry, that was a little bit higher. Gotta get this guy a little higher. There we go. How much is 42 over 100 worth in money? Well, we had to think. 42 out of 100, this is 42 cents out of $1. So if we were going to write this in money, we just added our dollar sign. There's no dollars, and then it's 42 cents. Easy, right? Okay, last one. Here's your last pause problem. I know you can do it. You got it. Okay, I want to know how much is this? 4 and 72 over 100. Okay? Pause it, solve it, see how you do. I'm obviously going to keep going. So I write my dollar sign. I have $4, 4 whole dollars, and then this is 72 to 100, so 72 cents. Bada boom, bada bing. How does that you say?